Hey, it's Jaxon. We're backstage at the MMRBQ 2012, and joining me at the broadcast table is the band Pop Evil.
What's up, brother?
Sexy introduction. That was sexy.
As I was kind of going through stuff, looking at, well, first off, I actually prepared for this interview, so you don't think I'm a dumbass when we get about halfway through this. And then I left everything I wrote down at home. So you guys sat down, I'm like, we're going to wing this, man.
It's rock and roll.
We're
Got
going to do this. But I will say that just looking through stuff, you guys come up with the coolest, coolest band name, coolest record names, coolest song names.
Oh, thank you, man.
Like, who does the most of the writing? Who comes up with the?
Well, we all write. You know, I mean, I think that's one thing that we pride ourselves in, being with the band, that we all contribute and we all just kind of we all give our ideas and input, and we just, you know, Pop Evil to us, the band name was just kind of growing up with more rock and roll. You know, I think with mainstream in this day and age, rock and roll, obviously people have heard rock and roll is dead, and you know, being from the blue collar mines of Michigan, it's just that, you know, we wanted to do our part to make sure people know loud and clear that rock and roll is certainly not dead, and we're going to do our part to try to let it be loud and proud and in your face, and that's kind of what Pop Evil's been about.
So what part of Michigan you guys from?
We're from Grand Rapids, Michigan. You know what I mean? Kind of the west side of Michigan there.
What's the deal with Michigan? Michigan puts out a lot of good bands.
They really do.
There's a fairly decent music scene throughout the state, isn't there?
I think it's just that mentality. What do you guys think? That
there's just not a lot of other things to do, really.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
not much else going on anymore. So I mean, and it's cool to see it coming from both sides of the state now too. You know, not for a while it was kind of dominated by the east side. Man, they had them pumping out of there from
the Detroit monopoly.
Yeah.
Dude, even like Grand Funk Railroad, and you got Uncle Ted, and even more recently Kid Rock and Eminem. It was nice to represent the west side a little bit.
There's quite a bit of history there.
There is, for sure.
I mean, with Motown, Madonna, even everything's there.
Yeah, right. So now, when you guys formed, and you actually formed quite some time ago, like 10 years ago? Has it been a decade?
Yeah,
now?
we've been together a long time. It's kind of been an evolution, and you know, we didn't have the record deal that kind of came and kind of swooped us up. We were just firm believers that if we were good enough, they'll find us. And took some time. We didn't have the money, so we saved up playing covers and kind of saving up doing our own demos. And you know, our first record, Lipstick on the Mirror, was demos, and you know, we ended up finding management with that. And I think we remixed the album like 4 or 5 times. Then we, you know, signed our deal with Universal at that time, and then kind of evolved from there. And now have found ourselves a great home at E1.
Right. So your thoughts on, and I probably already know the answer because you said you played covers to just kind of keep things going. What do you think of bands that do that? I mean, puts food on the table, right?
You have
bands
to
that go out and play covers.
You got to.
Because you get the people that are kind of too hip for the room, and they think, oh, dude, you play covers. You get out of here.
Well, I think it taught us a lot about how to write hooks and how to understand what brings people together to write hit songs, you know. And I mean,
and it keeps the band together, right? You know, it keeps you guys going.
It's a learning curve, and it makes you kind of earn your way, you know. I mean, I think it teaches you a lot of things.
There was certainly a time in there, though, we thought we were just done with playing covers. I'll tell you that. Dude. We don't play many covers on stage now. I'll tell you that. So.
Right. You don't have to. Yeah. You don't have to. There was a song. This one's blown up, obviously, the new record, but there was a song we actually played on the station. Was that from the last record, Rabbi? Rabbi's our music director, guys. He's the guy that says, you guys are cool, we're going to play you.
Rabbi's the man.
It was 155 we played, and we had some decent calls on it. It was a cool song, really cool song.
Yeah, I mean, that song kind of started it for us, and like you said, I mean, it was a demo that we ended up having to remix and remaster a couple times, but to have the success we've had with it has been great. But when we had an opportunity to finally do this album, More of Angels, we got to work with Johnny K, an A-list producer, and got to do it the right way. We all moved to Chicago.
See, another cool name, War of Angels.
There it is. There it is, man. The battle. Everything's got to be. Everything's thought of. You know, we're not just trying to throw things out there. We're trying to throw things out that can help and hopefully inspire people, inspire them with not just music but with their minds. You know, so it's an opportunity we have, and we try to take the bull by the horns and try to grasp it.
Right. So and I heard the second single. We just actually started playing that. Which just kicks ass.
Yeah, Boss's Daughter.
Yeah.
So it's just a good old in your face. We co-wrote that song with actually the Mick Mars and Motley Crue. We're huge Motley Crue
that's
fans.
Cool. All right.
And the video is coming out next week.
Shot
it's
the video
insane. Mix in the video. Mix in the video.
Yeah.
So it's definitely
How's he
a video.
looking these days?
He looks great though. Actually, you know, he's just he's doing his thing. I mean, he looks like a rock god. Yeah. That's what he looks like. So he looks like the uncle that you always wanted to party with.
Yeah,
for sure,
right. And you guys are sports fans? Are you Michigan fans?
Die-hard Go Blue fans for sure.
Yeah.
I'm an Eagles fan though a little bit.
Are you really an Eagles fan?
I'm a huge Michael Vick fan.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome, dude.
I'm pulled for the Eagles. I'm known to do that in secret in Michigan, but when I'm outside of Michigan, I can be loud and proud.
I tell you what, you say that on stage, you're gonna make a lot of friends.
Yeah, I might have to say that.
Say go Eagles. You give an Eagles chant. Go Birds.
I love it. Yeah, he's a
You guys
monster.
actually had a song. Speaking of hockey, had a song that was used during the Stanley Cup playoffs last year.
We did. Last Man Standing. Our single Last Man Standing was used, and I think the Bruins actually even came out to it. They used it for much of their playoff run.
Okay, see, I liked you until you said the Bruins used your song.
Well, I didn't say I was a fan. I just said they used the song. So I mean, I got to be a fan a little bit when they use the song, But it's just interesting to write some music that people use in stadiums and they use with their teams. It definitely opens your eyes as a musician to the teams. And I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have grown up a Bruins fan when you're a Red Wings fan, but I kind of gotta love a team that'll play some pop evil. So that's good with me.
Yeah, but I'm always interested to hear how people dig being on the road. You get the bands. I talk to a lot of bands that it is their life. They live, breathe, and eat, sleep being on the road. It's their favorite part of being in a band. And you get some bands that are just absolutely dread it.
I mean, we're definitely known for being road dogs. You know, the past 4 years, our management's done a great job at keeping us busy. And as a new band, you really have to even make it.
That's kind of how you build your fan base, right? Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So we spend, maybe like 2.5 weeks or something, spread out throughout the year at home. Actually, with off days at home, the rest of the time we're always out on the road. So I think we've all kind of fell into it, whether we loved it or not. We get weeded out, and that's it.
Yeah. I think it's and with Matt, we're just that Michigan mentality. We're not really complainers. I mean, obviously we try to just control the things we can deal with and handle, and we just try to just suck it up. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's things we wish could be better at times. I mean, as we all do, but we just try to just very, very military minded. It's like, look, this is what we want, then we got to prove it. And in this day and age, in this non-MTV music video playing generation, the only way you can really be seen is to get out there and let people see you live. And what a great opportunity here at the barbecue today. It's our first time. We're MMRBQ virgins today, so we're really excited to be here and with the station. We just love you guys and all the great fans already here in Philly. We can't wait to meet so many more today. So it's gonna be
get
great.
a cheesesteak while you're here too, if you haven't done so already.
We got to do that. We got to get more.
Yeah. And the last question for you, because especially in this day and age, it's matter of fact, as every decade passes, it just becomes tougher and tougher for a band to actually make it.
Yeah.
To go from playing bars to the big stage. I mean, it hasn't gotten any easier. So if you could offer one little piece of advice to bands out there that are busting their ass and they get to the point where they're like, maybe we should just give this up. You could offer one little piece of advice to the bands that are up and coming that are trying to get to where you are now. And hopefully even,
Don't burn any bridges.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge.
Piece of advice.
Don't try to, like a lot of bands, especially when you start to get bigger in your own local scene and stuff like that, start to get that big head before you've really even had a taste of what it's like, and I think some people get caught up in that a little premature and comes around to bite them.
What's the old saying? It's like the people you crap on the way up, you're going to see on the way down.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah,
true.
right.
I mean, listen to the people that are in front of you because there's a reason they're in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, when they say stuff, you need to listen and pay attention and don't take that stuff for granted. Just appreciate what you have and where you are because if you keep working hard, it's going to get better eventually.
Yeah, right on.
I'd say too, just play. I mean, not everyone's going to be Kobe Bryant for the Lakers, but that doesn't mean you can't play lots of shows and make lots of new fans. I mean, at the end of the day, record labels are getting more obsolete by the day. So become your own record label, and if you want it, go get it. But you got to put the time in. You got to put the time in.
Well, we thank you guys for being here, man.
Thank you
looking
for having
forward
us.
to seeing you set and looking forward to seeing you blow the place up. Pop
Excited.
Evil, ladies and gentlemen.
Brother.
Give it up for Pop Evil.
Yeah.